Heavier wall, her ultimate, the amount of space she can create, also the Nico ultimate, the Kled ultimate, the wombo combo potential is there for G2. And if they kill Kalist,
flash and heal for just Busio's heal. Gets the root though, Hansama on the chase with the Void Seeker first blood to the Nico.
The top lane dive though.
It shows impact. Lands onto Kana, no escape for him underneath the tower. He will fall.
To use the lead that he's now gaining to try and lean in towards this bottom side, provide a bit of support to Kalist and Busio. I think that can be something. But Skimon having control and this level 6 about to tick over. I don't think KC can fight this.
Skimon gets this fight. Yike goes in for it. Gets the smite on the Scuttle Crab. Gets the 6. Between worlds they go as Skimon has to flash away. Yike will fall first. But now Hansama's caught in the pit. And KC collapsed on him in the final auto. A boomerang finds its mark and returns the gold to Kalist. A 1-for-1 in the end, the exchange.
Well, with the jungler going down, there is no hope of getting the dragon. It will just be the push, but Busio still fishing mid. Lebrov should be able to escape away with this. But now, like, look, Kalist, solo boss.
Tangle Barbs, Busio locked up in the Glacial Storm. Busio's down! How now, Brown Cow? Taken out by Cap.
Fruits to top up his HP, gonna push another wave. Might look for a cheeky recall as well. Maybe look to pick up that blasting one to give him a little bit more damage in the 1 versus 1.
Ooh, Broken Blade looking at Yike here. 3 grubs already completed. Yike can look for the chase. Estimating smash. Pocket pistol gets him just out of range. Nature's Grass though there for the follow-up, and Broken Blade can't get back on Skull. A Bramble smash puts
Not really too much to show from KC, but you already kind of said it. Caps opening up, but
oh no! Back by Busio. Flash pulverized for the follow-up. Skimon coming in, looking for the Impale. Lands it on 2! And it'll pull Busio back. Kalist uses the barrier. Busio almost falling. Hansama not going to flash for it, but they fall anyway. Skimon's passive getting the kill on the
Nico, heavily committing onto that play. Busio sees the flank, nice engage, good flash follow-up, but then watch Kalist, he flashes in, the auto doesn't finish off Lebrov, gets double ulted by Skimon.
This lead for Hansama.
Unstoppable onslaught, Skimon's going to get in the way of it, becomes a relatively stoppable onslaught. The Pop Blossom there for the follow-up, still no flash here for Kana as he's pulled back with the Impale. The flash a couple of seconds away, but a couple of seconds might as well be an absolute age. G2 find another, as Hansama will take some plates as well.
A nice gank setup.
ED contest at best. Skimon is looking, poking his head in. Lebrov doing the same. Skimon, though, needs to be cautious. Hansama on his way across does have the killer instinct. Drake down, secured by KC. The Shape Splitter clone will spot out. Well, there's a couple of saplings in that bush, not much more.
But with KC having to enter towards that mid lane, it does mean Caps is able to get some damage on the bot side. Clearing waves. Yehu trying to get access to the turret.
We'll be able to get underneath it. Busio dodges the Tangle Barbs well. Camps will tank a tower shot, but the Flash Frost means Yehu couldn't go any further in. BB moving from the top side after proxying a wave. Was looking to see if Kalist had overstepped. I think the crowd here wants a little bit more action than they're getting. As Yehu is looking for Caps, goes in between worlds, still has the egg. Busio there with the knock-up, headbutt first, alongside the pulverize. Lebrov trying to trade it. The TP was cancelled in the top side by BB, and now Busio has overstepped a little. Pop Blossom in, Busio tries to dodge it. Uses the unbreakable will, but that is damn well broken. G2 find another.
Every single play that KC tried to make just gets shut down. The good news for KC is Yike is trying to cross map on the other side, but now Yehu isolated on the bot side of the map. Skimon cutting off his escape. The bot wave is being pushed. He's trying to TP out.
He's trying to TP out. You can't do that in front of a Tangle Barbs. Goes across the veil, invisible underneath the tower. Puts the damage back onto Skimon, but with Hansama on his way as well, G2 will just clean up the kill.
Yehu tried his hardest to escape away, but all he ends up giving is an assist across to Hansama. Riptar will be taking the interrupt on Skimon, but can you really get much more?
Busio may be thinking he can stop Caps from getting the push in here, but if it was a bit greedy, maybe just trying to distract because they're going to try and dive BB in that top lane. Nature's Grasp out on top of one as well for the CC. He remounts on the Skull, and now the dive becomes a little bit more precarious. BB with the pocket pistol, still Yike able to secure the kill, and the TP coming out from Camps after he reset just to hold this lane. The tower in the bot side will be picked up first for G2.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, it's nice for KC that they got a pick, but getting picks onto Broken Blade just really doesn't mean anything. You need gold onto Kalist, you need gold onto Yehu. And right now, they just don't have it. A 1.4k gold lead for Caps, a 1.4k gold lead for Hans Sama. 2 items now completed for the Kaiser. Caps quickly working on his second. G2 in a dominant performance. Once again, KC will have to find another miracle to turn this game around.
In draft, we were doubting whether the Nico first pick was worth it. Lebrov is now 2-0-4 on this Nico. Has been involved. Wasn't having the best of times. He finds Broken Blade, who remounts again. Skull not so cowardly now. In the end, they'll find him. They'll chase him down for the CC, and Yike goes on a killing spree. Meanwhile, Busio again finds a knock-up. Here this time onto Lebrov, who's stunned up. Will shape splitter his way away.
Hard for G2. And the other thing that was really scary about that was, to me, it seemed like they wanted to give that gold to Kalist desperately. Yeah. They wanted to feed it to him. Broken Blade remounts. They then get Sivir in range, and then the Leandri's burn ends up securing the kill anyway.
It's a full battle tree, man. Leandri's Bloodletter's Curse. This guy's like, we need more damage right now, and I can give that to us.
Well, he's going to try his best as the Dragon is going to go over to G2. KC's not in a position to contest. They've lost all of their outer towers. G2 in such a commanding position once more. And again, I set my sights on Kalist. He's going to have to be that late game insurance. KC need to slow the game down once more. They need to buy time to get to those late game items, to get to a point where they can fight on even footing. Because the way things are going, G2 is just picking.
Like it is. Karmine has teleport. He's down towards the bottom side. Yike spotted around his blue buff. And Broken Blade's going to try and keep him at bay. Yike trying to get in there, pulled back with the bear trap on the rope. Kana TPing in now, Busio there as well. The Shape Splitter spotted Yahoo, but the Baron already secured. G2 sneak it away. KC unable to find anything.
And they did just that. KC holding the defense.
Yike looking for the Nature's Grasp. Busio goes in onto Caps. The Impale not going to connect too much as Busio still tanky enough. Skumon falls first. Yahoo gets him. Hans Sama's next up. That goes to Kalist. And now Caps, you got an egg, but you're likely to be scrambled pretty sharpish because Yike is on the flank. The Samurai Siege was broken against the blue wall of KC. There's an egg. Crack it in twain. KC finds 3.
It cannot be happening again! G2! What is going on?
KC are able to find another fight. The Baron becomes meaningless. The gold leads disappear. Kalist, look at that scoreline now. 3-1-2. KC may very well have done it for a 3rd time in a row.
And KC now stepping forward. Nature's Grasp. Skumon tanks it up. So does BB. Hans Sama looking to get in towards the front line. Lebrov goes in, Hans Sama dives onto Yike. There's the Pop Blossom, it finds 3! Hans Sama trying to get across the Decimating Smash. Kalist goes down, Hans Sama gets a double. Hans Sama will fall for it, as will Lebrov, not quite. The Istel's impact locks Yahoo against the wall, and Yikes, Busio tries to get in. He can't! G2 fight back again! Only Kana's left alive now.
This time round, G2 will not let KC get away with it. Lebrov with a monster ultimate. The target was firmly on Kalist's head, and Hans Sama was quick to shut him down. G2 fight back, and they will secure the Dragon.
It looked like KC may have just found the angle again at the start of that fight. Kalist spell shields the Impale.
Punishing his former jungler, and it will result in the Baron. Avenue of escape is cut off.
Want to collapse. They know KC expect them to be on the bottom side. Yahoo with the weirding, dodging back. Ishtal's impact going wide, but there's the Flash Force, and that is a very dead Aurora. G2 find one on
the bot lane. They're going back to the tower that almost resulted in their downfall.
Yike hasn't reset. They're hoping that G2 will stay thin, and they can try and look for a play in the midway, but there's the pings.
G2 playing through 2 lanes, have another Baron buff up minion wave here. Yike still looking for the Nature's Grasp. Caps moving across, Kana going forward, Skumon locked up, Nature's Grasp doesn't hit onto anyone, and Broken Blade is diving the backline. Kalist has to use the barrier. Manages to escape for now. G2 didn't take the top inhib tower, but did take the mid. Infernal Soul, their next objective.
G2 want to go foraging first though, see if they can find Yike. He's running for the hills, but G2 are able to move through walls.
Yike has the flash. Istel's impact, Killer Instinct forward, the Impale immediately. And Yike has no way to escape. Timber goes the tree, and perhaps with it, KC's hopes of winning this finals.
KC fought back valiantly in game 3. They were able to make the KC buy themselves a little bit more time. They'll look to secure this mid tower, get themselves a bit of gold, and maybe get this Civet one extra item. Will it be enough to save the game? It seems doubtful.
For KC.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to take this tower if you leave him alone with it.
I mean,
there he goes, it's gone. Going to happily pick up that gold.
And a dead
G2
tower.
keeping up the pressure, waiting for the back. Hasn't engaged yet. He's actually going to back away from that flank. The damage on the Yike is good.
He uses the stopwatch, but he can't get over the wall. Has to use his flash. Flash in from Karmine with the unstoppable onslaught. Nature's Grass coming out as well. Summer blocked up there by Skuma to counter crystallize. Good knockback on the pop blossom, but Kalist has to flash himself. TV coming in from Broken Blade. Busio trying to get in the middle of the tree. Summer dives in. There's the GA. An angel perhaps as Summer will fall. Kalist is back up. KC are holding on. KC are holding on. Kalist survives. G2 all die. Now it's all on Caps. He has the egg. He flashes away from the twofold hex and still finds one. Skuma manages to escape towards the top side of
Looking
the fight.
to make the same thing happen again.
Busio force low, crystallized double stun from Busio. There's the Nature's Grasp as they look for the on the hunt engage. They go on Skuma with double onslaught, finds the backline. It's Anivia, Pop Blossom lands onto Busio. Summer kills Kana. Meanwhile on the backline, Kalist still standing. A killer instinct from Summer and an instinct to kill it seems. But now Summer locked up by Yike and Yehu, and Caps and LeBron need to run.
It's another 3 for 3. I thought that G2 would won that fight once they got the kill onto Kalist, but it wasn't enough. The Elder is alive. Casey have the HPs, but Caps has TP. He's going to go back to base. TP back into the fight. They're not giving this one up for free.
Double Zonya is available on Yike and Yehu. Caps needs to make a miracle happen.
Loses his Banshees as he gets met by a sapling. Lebrov on his way out. Yike there on the wrong side of the crystallized glacial storm doing a lot of work. Caps dodging away from the weirding. Yike falls towards the top side. Twofold hex. Lebrov looking for it. Goes on to Yike who uses the twisted advance to dodge the CC. Caps in egg. Now it's all on Lebrov. The dragon down to 2,000. Yike gets the smite. Caps is revived. Will take out Yike. Caps trying to trade onto Yahoo. Dodges the winning. Dodges the winning. That's the route. G2. A double stopwatch. A pop blossom. G2 and Caps.
LeBron finds a good ulti, but then on the back line, Summer finds the angle. He gets onto Kalist. He takes out Busio, but the damage has already been done. With Yehu still alive, he's able to take out Hans, and we return to live with a Baron needing 17 more CS.
I think full build counts, Betty. I think it counts, and KC will be hoping that it does. BB towards the top side being met by Yehu. KC now need to defend 3 lanes at once. Supers crashing towards their nexus, knocking on their door. G2, they've been here before. They know how to do it. KC trying to defend. Nature's Grass coming out.
Caps.
Root only lands on the Shape Splitter. Skuma dodges around to the side, but BB's on the Nexus. Opens it up. Summer goes in with a killer instinct, and now there's no turrets remaining for Karmine. Corp, bear trap on the road from BB. Will pull Kana to the side. Busio looking for the trample, but he just can't get in. The crystallized down. The Nexus still full HP. The G2 are poking and prodding and trying to find a weakness in KC. Yike has taken a chunk. Another as he falls to half AP. The dive in Yehu, and Summer is killed. No instinct to kill. No Zonyas. No time. G2 now. Will you continue to advance in a 4v5?
Casey is approaching the dragon. Yike going to be the face checker. There's Caps. The immediate Zonyas.
Nature's Grass coming out. Yike's got a flash.
But BB's in the base. This is what you were talking about.
Oh,
KC
is in the
they're
base.
caught between 2 different areas, and now he's just going for the inhibitors.
KC retreating. It's like, can we catch Broken Blade? He immediately backs away. That's Elder to G2. 20 seconds on the Baron means it will be 2 for the price of 1.
All right, Elder Dragon secured. The countdown starts at the top left of your screen. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. G2, will they wait for the Baron? It looks like that's the game plan. They want every buff that they can get to try and close out this game.
I mean, but what do you do if you're KC? You give this over, the game is done. You have to fight against an Elder. Sure, Nexus Terrors have respawned, but they're going to be at half HP, and you've
BB's
got
not
so
showing
many
what yet.
super creeps in the bot lane.
Yeah, BB wasn't showing. It looks like KC are going to put some resources into making sure they can defend against him. G2 will get the Baron.
Okay, well, gentlemen, what do you believe is greater? Sivir defending a base, or an Elder Baron soul-empowered G2?
I'm like, come on. Come on.
I thought that the last time they were sieging Medic.
That is true. They didn't have Elder Baron. And this time they do. Inhibitors respawning.
They're being so cautious. Look at how much time they're waiting. They need the waves to sync up. Top is pushed in. Bot is pushed in. Busio.
Busio looking for him. Skimon flashes away. On the hunt was popped there by Kalista. Now KC need to get up towards this top side. Nature's Grasp out from Yike. Kana going in. Cap spots a stopwatch between worlds. Yike immediately evaporated. Pop Blossom from above. Lands a two-man.
BB's in the base.
Busio dives back in. BB's on the Nexus towers. And the walls come tumbling it down. The blue wall fell by the siege of the Samurai. G2 win LEC